I've always had a passion for video games. As a lawyer, there were plenty of interesting things to work on, but the stuff I really wanted to work on, the clients I really wanted to represent, were the video game clients. When I tell people I work in video games, the first thing they want to know is, what specifically do you do? And when I tell them I'm a lawyer that works in video games, I think most people think that's pretty cool, although a lot of people are sort of confused. They want to know more. What does that mean? And it's always kind of fun to see the different ways that people react, because a lot of people don't know what lawyers do for video game companies. You have employment lawyers, lawyers who are doing deals, lawyers who are managing litigation. I do a lot of intellectual property work, so I get to view a lot of the content that's being created and check it for legal issues before it goes out to millions and millions of people, and that's what I really love about being a lawyer at a video game company. I get to have a direct impact on content that goes out to millions of players around the world. My dad was a software developer, so he always had really great computers just around the house. And as soon as we had computers, there were inevitably games that we could download. I remember playing Wacky Wheels, Commander Keen, some of these really old games. Having a 25 megahertz processor on our computer was super exciting. And from there, it was just whatever I could get my hands on. I was playing games all the time. I started my journey to professional gaming in middle school when I stopped playing Warcraft 2 and I started playing Starcraft. And once Starcraft came out, it changed everything for me. I even rearranged my schedule once I got into high school to make sure all of my classes were just the right way so I could get home as early as possible, start playing as much Starcraft as possible. I needed to get in at least 5.5 hours of Starcraft every single day to compete at a high level. And I played every day, all the time, and that's all I really cared about. Once I cracked the top 5 in the Starcraft ladder, I got approached to join a professional gaming team in Korea. It was the very first Western professional gaming team. Unfortunately, my parents wouldn't let me go, so I had to finish high school. But eventually, I was able to take that passion, and it, 20 years later, came back to help me get my job here at Riot. We had a lawyer at our firm who represented Ubisoft, and I was always knocking on his door. Hey, can I please work with you? Can I please work with you? I want to work for Ubisoft and these other game companies you represent. And after being relentless, he finally gave me some stuff to work on. And that only made me thirstier for more video game clients and video game matters. And it just happened that I reconnected with someone who I'd met playing Starcraft 20 years ago, and one thing led to another, and I had an opportunity to come in-house, and now I couldn't be happier. Riot is a special place because a lot of the people here, if not most of the people here, love video games. And it's this sort of shared passion for games that makes this a really awesome place to work. Everyone is on the same page about making great games for players. If you love playing video games and you want to work in the video game industry, don't give up. I was in high school, I was 15 years old, and it was my dream to work in the video game industry. It took 20 years to actually work in the video game industry, and I never thought it would happen. My parents discouraged me, they wanted me to have a real job, and eventually I got a real job. But 20 years after the fact, I realized that what I really wanted was to be in the video game industry. That passion had never gone away, and if that's you, don't ever give up on that dream, even if it takes you 20 years to get there.